It's funny.
Speaking of greasy, guys, we have like one podcast per year where we do like this motivational thing. But it's not as corny, but just a quick story here. I did the auction draft. Who tuned into the live stream of the auction draft? We did a subscriber league, 12-team auction draft. It was one of the most successful live streams we had, even though I know it sucked as far as the personality. I tried to warn people in the beginning.
I was surprised. I was like, this is boring. But then, like, other people watched it.
Yeah,
like,
people were into it because I think, and two people complained right after you told me, Mike, you're like, you need to talk more. And two people complained, but then one person replied back and was like, thanks for responding. Like, I totally understand. People do grasp the level of concentration and that it is a money league, and there's just really not a lot of room to talk. Like, I did very well, but I completely missed Marvin Jones getting drafted. I looked and I was like, oh crap, I didn't even see Marvin Jones get drafted. I mean, if you look at the chat or you go on one tangent for one sentence,
it's that fast,
you will miss a bit. I mean, it goes going once, going twice, true. And then boom, like, and it's that Mark Ingram went for like $6. And so it's like, you know, this is with me concentrating. Like, maybe I should have bid at least 7, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's because it's value. Like, you can't ignore that. Yeah. Even though I don't like it.
So you missed that.
Even though that's when I was concentrating. Wow. So it's like when you're going on like one tangent for 5 seconds, you will miss one player. Like, that's exact amount of time. It says going once, going twice. So people like made fun of, it said that. But it's a different video. Whatnot, and now I just went on tangent. Have no idea what the heck I was talking about with the yes. So I did the auction draft. It was a lot of concentration. I barely made it through, but I did. Incredible live stream. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening to the computer say going once, going twice, a million times. Chris is in the chat. He was part of the league. I think we all had fun. It was incredible. I mean, when you put money on it, it's totally different than doing a mock draft. It's so boring doing an auction mock, but when there's $50 buy-in, it makes it very interesting. And I was like, I'm hungry. I was like, what am I gonna eat? Like, I worked up my appetite. I want to do a little celebration. Just had a live stream, just had my first auction money league draft, and I was like, I gotta get me a Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Wow,
love Popeyes. All right, I screamed it at the end of the live stream. You guys heard me when I was walking, getting a drink, and I was like, we're getting Popeyes. Go to Popeyes. There's a line. There's longer than there's just around, bends around 2 corners. Waited in Popeyes for over 40 minutes.
Wow.
In the drive-thru. Now wait, it's still not like we're still waiting, but then it took 40 minutes just for me to see this sign that says August 25th, no sandwiches.
Which was the day that you went.
Yeah, that was no sandwiches that day. Everyone's like sad and everyone's like screaming and this and that. You can hear people screaming in the drive-thru and stuff.
I saw a video of someone jumping through the drive-thru window because they ran out of sandwiches.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's a true story.
It was crazy. So I now that I'm just thinking of it now, I think the shouting was one of the cars ahead of us, the SUV ahead of us. Was able to get one or something. I don't know, but I didn't process. I just heard a bunch of people screaming, and I was like, "Dude, I want to go back home." So we're in the line 40 minutes. I haven't even ordered yet. So I mean, this is like an hour or over hour long was the whole ordeal. I go there and I said, "Look, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Watch." And I just kindly asked. I was like, "Hey, is there any way I can get some chicken sandwiches?" And then she whispered quietly. She was like, "Yeah, I think we have some." And I was like, "What?" I was like, what? I was like, let me get 3 then. Just I didn't know they were big.
Relax.
And she was like, regular or crispy? I was like, crispy, please. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, got it. I don't think they didn't even make it right. Like, but I still loved it. It was amazing. I think those were for the employees. And Charles says that sandwich is absolutely amazing. Yes, it was not what I thought just because I didn't do a lot of research on it. I mean, it was really like a homemade, big slab, robust, like throwing it down, angry, like that type of super grub sandwich. This is not a 5-star restaurant. Like, here you go, sweetie, I made your... No, this is slabbing, get to work, go practice your sports, whatever, go run out there, auntie making it or grandmama making it, like that type of just big sandwich. It was just juicy, greasy.
Paula Dean made it.
Oh no.
Kidding. Just kidding.
And it's super greasy, no worries about cholesterol. Presentation, throw that out the window. Customer service, always the worst at Popeyes. So about it took about hour 5, hour 15, and I start eating it. I just have like this moment, like into my second sandwich. By the way, one sandwich is a good enough portion for one person. So I'm at the second sandwich, and I just pause, and I'm like, wow, 3-hour auction draft. 20 minutes grades, 1 hour, 15 minutes in the drive-thru. I was like, I just loved it. It was just a moment of satisfaction. I loved the sandwich. It was amazing. Now they don't have it anymore. It sucks.
Yeah, so I just want to say, first of all, that this is not an ad. We are not getting paid by Popeyes. This is just our real account of what has been happening. I tried to go to Popeyes. I went in there, and I went in line. And then I saw the signs in front. I saw the signs like you, and then you told me like just.
I coached you, right? I tried to coach you, like the 15 seconds into the helmet in the NFL.
Yeah. I called upstairs. I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? And then you're like, just ask anyway. And it's funny because like I get to the front, and then I'm like, hey, like, do you guys have any sandwiches? Like, no, I casually pretend to order the number 10, which is the one with the chicken sandwich combo. I was like, can I get number 10? And then she said, we have no chicken sandwiches. I'm like, all right, well, are you sure? Like, any in the back? And then she's like, no, they're gonna discontinue it, I heard. And then she announces, this is the crazy part. So she announces to everyone, like, everyone, if you're waiting in line, because there was a long line for the chicken sandwich, we're out and we don't have any. And like only 2 people left, I think, but everyone else stayed. Like even I stayed and got like a meal. So what they're doing is genius marketing, and we can all learn. The lesson is you don't get what you don't ask for, which worked for Brain. It could have worked for me, but
you were a day late is all. I think you would have got it if you went one day earlier.
I agree.